Hi Cozy Gamers, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a little, I guess, first impression video of Rue Valley. So they gave me a Steam code to kind of do like a little review, check it out. It is an alpha, so it's not completely out yet, but I have access to it. Don't really remember what this game is about. We just gonna check it out, I suppose. Define character personality. Ooh, okay, fun. Okay. I am impulsive, resolute, or calculated. I wouldn't really call yourself calculated. You just prefer to think before you act. Your behavior could barely be described as impulsive, but it's true you're not afraid to follow your gut. Ooh, okay. So they may call you too calculated, but what if you're saying it's to confuse you? I am definitely indecisive. I'm so confused at what this is exactly, but I'm definitely, you're often overthinking stuff and generally very cautious. Yes. Oh my God, so much. Okay, so I don't even need to read any of that. I am so introvert. And then sensitive, mindful, indifferent. You're aware of emotions. Don't pretend that they're not important, but you won't let them overwhelm you. Why won't it let me go more? Yeah, why won't it let me do more? That's so weird. Oh, it's by like points. Okay, I am definitely like that more. Okay. I don't know what we're doing exactly, but we're doing it. Okay, 7:59 p.m.
The frenetic sound coming from a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfects the image of the old motel room.
Okay, 1.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. Just nod. Yes, you have my full attention. Blocked by secretive. Ooh. Okay.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Slight lack of motivation. More like total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this joke of a therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions. But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
The silence befalls the room. A muffled sound of clanging from the outside only making the moment more uncomfortable.
Okay, interesting. I'll try.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Okay, so can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives? Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing. Why do we have to do this here in the middle of nowhere? No questions.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be overlooked. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now, suddenly, your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us. Any other questions?
Interesting, okay. So it looks like it's some type of like comic story situation, more so than like a game, like a very story-driven game, where I believe that maybe your choices affect the ending of the game. But let's continue on.
Mr. Harrow, that is out of the question. This is a court-ordered therapy, and both of us could be fined or worse if we don't see it through. And I have my own professional reasons, besides the legal ones. You require help, and I've been designated to provide it.
I'd love to know what our problem is.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to do it now. Anything else?
Why are we doing this here in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the client's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone yet. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about all of it in due time. All right then. That's it for today.
I learned nothing.
Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay, get up and leave. All right, do we control with Wazda, or we're just doing it? Okay, next to you is the source of the clangs. You hear from inside a young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Okay, now we can control with Wazda. Can we kick too?
Come on, you thief!
Not coming any closer until the angry woman leaves. Well, clearly we're very
Break you
close.
open if I have to.
The art style is so good. I love this art style. Machine whizzes in suffering. Love this. So good. Okay. This art style reminds me of Arcane, and I literally just started. I finished the first season. I'm on the second season. I'm a little late to the game, I know, but this is what that art style reminds me of. What, there was like a little here. The Transformers buzzing softly. I just want to like explore as much as possible because the story seems like it matters. So I just don't want to miss like anything. Okay, cool, we can run. Love that. Plastic bottles, some empty, some half empty, a partially eaten breakfast, some old clothes torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spoiled orange juice. Amid this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face. Stomp on the distorted image in the puddle, smudge the reflection with your hand, or just walk away. We don't need to get dirty. This lady really wants her coffee. The sun still burns as bright as if it was in zenith, its heat absorbed by asphalt. Stare at the road for a while. You won't get far. Stare at the road for a while. Feeling of longing and restlessness starts to well up inside you. You can't help but wonder what lies beyond the horizon, beyond the limits of this suffocating desert. But even if you weren't trapped here, you wouldn't go. You may long for the sense of adventure that comes with being on the road, but all you can do is stand and stare and wish for what could have become of the young man that you once were a long time ago. Man, this game, I hope, is this game gonna hit deep? Are we gonna have some deep topics? This is insane. It was already late afternoon when you saw this sign for the first time, as the bus door opened and wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus. I remember an older woman. There was a young person with bright pink hair. The burly man with thick beard left an impression for sure. I don't want to think about these people. They were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in their surroundings, as if they lacked any real connection. Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book during the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. Leaning against the window, staring out the desolate landscape with a faraway look in his eyes, he seemed lost in thought, as if he was trying to make sense of something that happened to him a long time ago. And why would you? Even as you were disembarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you. But outside, next to the bus sign, Dr. Fink's smiling eyes were watching you, his brow dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat. He was already analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could to keep me here as long as possible. "Welcome to Rue Valley," he proclaimed, like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. "I'm Dr. Fink, your therapist for the duration of your stay here." It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed since. I believe we have to go to the office. All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
Yes?
She says,
I'm sure.
she says to the person on the other end of the line. Ooh. What just... Why did it just do that? It's the best to let her make the first move. She'll soon notice you on her own, end the phone call, and ask if she can help you. That's what receptionists are supposed to do. Pretend to look at the leaflets laying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. You grab a leaflet and stare through it, mentally preparing for the imminent conversation. Oh, is it because we're an introvert like that? Like, major introvert that I was like, no, we are not interrupting her. Me. You either manage to look like you're really here for the leaflets or she simply doesn't care.
Giant donut sign. I have no idea where you are,
she says to her conversation partner. After a few dozens anxiety-filled seconds, you finally realize she's not about to cut her call short just because you happen to show up. Awkward, move away from the reception desk and stop invading her personal space. I guess we have no choice. Okay, what else can we do?
Yes. Now, turn right, and then immediately take a slight left.
Awkward, move away from the reception desk, stop. Okay. Block by awkward. Okay, so we can't do anything because we're... Better wait inside or she might start another call. Okay, so I'm supposed to, like, talk to her. Okay, the relentless dirt has smudged at the stained glass. Beyond the endless flat of the desert, its vastness is hypnotizing. Stare through the window to pass some time. Beyond the empty parking lot, there's only barren desert, stretching for as far as the eye can see. Its emptiness is drawing you in. You hear the receptionist mutter as if answering some of your unasked questions of yours. And then you notice small patches of green hidden in the sand. It seems there's always something to be found in nothingness if you stare at it long enough. Contemplate this profound insight. Try to count how many tiny bushes there are. Smudge your sweaty fingers all over the window and leave. 3. 4. The large one over there could count as 3 tiny ones. That's 8 then, and this one makes 9. Continue. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end. She responds to the other person. Stare through the window some more. You direct your gaze beyond the parking lot and back to the desert. You carefully test the glass, touching it with your pinky first. It leaves a neat oval fingerprint. Paint your impression of the desert outside. You start by following the outline of the horizon, then the small bushes, but soon your painting evolves into an unrecognizable area of smeared grease. Continue working on our masterpiece. The receptionist is still giving directions over the phone and you're getting restless.
Yes. Now, turn right, and then immediately take a slight left.
She explains to the person on the other side of the phone. Your muscles are sore from the days of exhaustion and the long wait. It might be better to sit down and relax. This might take a while. Okay, we got sore legs apparently for standing. I don't know how long, but... Mess with your phone, might as well go on ticky-tack. The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect. Play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists while you wait. Scroll through your feed to kill some time. You know, I'm a good scroller. Do some doom scrolling. You start scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, beach photos of ex-acquaintances, and poorly targeted sponsored posts. In one picture, a grinning, middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby. Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport donkey ears. In an overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors. They often turn out to be unintentional double entendres. Hilarity ensues. Time goes by and the girl at the receptionist desk is still talking.
All right. I understand. Yes. Bye. Hi. Can I help you? I would have finished the call earlier if I knew you were waiting for me. You're too quiet.
No, I just didn't feel like checking in right away. Yeah, right. Shut up, you.
You didn't feel like it. And how about now?
Now's
Okay,
good, yeah.
let's get you into your room. So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is prepared for you, and This is your key card.
Thank you. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and excitedly waving it around.
I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
No, key card. Literally all hotels use key cards now. So she nods in response, but then continues as if you haven't said anything.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest. The guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting. And my uncle didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
I guess we're gonna continue to her rambling, because I am never somebody to interrupt a yapper.
So yes, we've decided to use electronic key cards. Cost us a lot to implement. But now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic. How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message, as if she suddenly forgot she was talking to you.
Here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here. Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Right. Righty-o, now let's go. That was enough socialization. So 6 is at the top. I can see it right there. Did that lady leave or did she get her coffee? Let's see if we can get something too. Okay, good to know, good to know. No running anymore? Oh, because I have sore legs. I got weak legs, man. I gotta go to the gym. Or can we climb the stairs or? Okay, who climbs the stairs like that? Oh. Eavesdropping? I like a good eavesdrop. Hear it from here. I don't hear no more. They know we were eavesdropping. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. Unlock the door with your key card. A tiny green dot of light shows near the knob. The door is unlocked. Enter the room. Nice. Okay. What can we do? We can sit. We can go to the bed. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Ugh. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase, your suitcase, the smallest one you own. I can't deal with this right now. Put it away. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel even harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Do you really want to crawl back into that deep black pit? All right, let's open the suitcase. Dramatic, it's my destiny to repeat the cycle of misery and regret. No. We have to... we're putting clothes away. Why... what? No, we're doing it. There's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other things. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities, sessions. Dr. Finnick says days or weeks, months even. Decisional check. Unpack the suitcase, or I've changed my mind. No. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna unpack. It's green now. What did we do? You plug in your phone charger above the bedside cabinet, put your spare clothes in the closet, your slippers next to the bed, and your toothbrush in a cup under the bathroom mirror. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. This can never be home, or more like a prison, because we are dramatic. Well, now you could describe it that way too. All right, let's go to the bathroom then. See what we can do there. Can we take a piss? There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. A small cup holds your implements of oral hygiene. Sure, let's brush our teeths. You grab the toothbrush from the cup. First, put some toothpaste on it. First, wet your toothbrush. As soon as you turn on the tap, horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell and all that blocked sewage is feeding directly into the faucet. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap. It's a robust shade of jet black mixed with chunks of silt. Whatever, it's not like I'm gonna drink it. No! Ew! Ugh. Look at the mirror. The mirror's splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. I know that face too well, no need to discern every little detail. Truth be told, you prefer not to look at it at all. That's sad. Alright, let's just go sleep, I guess. Fall onto the bed or crawl into the bed? Let's crawl into the bed. Okay, he literally meant crawl. It creaks and squirms as you crawl into it. You try to make yourself comfortable, but the overly soft mattress swallows you up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easy. Just close your eyes and hope sleep will come, or mess with your phone. Now let's just try it, sleep. But you don't have a moment to celebrate before your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore you changed years ago. Check who's calling. The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of the mysterious caller. Well, nah, if it's a number that I don't know, I ain't calling. I ain't picking it up. You silence your phone as the mystery of the caller's identity gently teases you. Close your eyes again. We'll go back to sleep. Darkness surrounds you once more, but the images return, flashing quickly without your consent. A veritable carousel of impressions and experiences. Ooh, what is happening? Okay, let's click one. Vending machine vandal. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. Out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist? That's not psychologist? Bouncing up and down as he talks. Are you conserving your words or hiding the fact that you don't have any? I bet it's the latter. You hear a familiar sound. It's your annoying ringtone, the one you promised yourself you changed years ago. Now, why would anyone answer a call from an unknown number? Well, literally me. From the blur of the half-formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. And you pretend to look at the leaflets laying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. What a pathetic attempt at acting. Or were you a bad actor on purpose, hoping she'd take pity on you? As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences turn into a cyclone of painful memories, repressed thoughts, and strange images. You find yourself walking through a desert. Your eyes are fixed on the guide in front of you. Your feet are trying to keep up with their steady pace. But the distance between you keeps growing until the guide becomes merely a dot nearing the horizon. Once you finally admit you can no longer see them, your body collapses onto the cracked earth below. You surrender to the bittersweet feeling of hopelessness and decide this spot will be your grave and the sun your executioner. But it will be no swift act of mercy. No, you'll be tortured and kept wishing for it all just to end. Look up at your headsman. Cry. This is awful. You expected sweet relief, the only one possible for a tortured convict awaiting a death sentence. But your dry eyelids betray you, and your cries are simply absorbed by the thick, cruel air surrounding you, forcing you to keep all of your anguish inside forever. Wow, this is so sad. You're desperately searching for something in the dark, dusty attic full of broken furniture and random clutter. You don't recall ever being here before, but you know it's the attic of your own home. And every piece of your old junk that you stumble upon feels somehow familiar, although you cannot really recognize any of it. Search behind the pile of crumbling, decades-old books. You carefully move the pile to the side and discover another pile of even older books hiding behind it. While moving the second pile, despite your care, some of the books simply turn to dust, only for a third pile to be revealed of books so ancient you don't dare to even touch them. You look below the moldy remnants of a sofa. and only darkness meets your eye. You stretch out your arm reluctantly, but only find dusts and dead insect shells. Inside the chest is a pile of old letters. You can't remember if they are yours, but you know they're not worth reading. Give up. The figure of your angry father towers over you. He says, frowning at you in disappointment, "But I didn't do it at the end." The emptiness inside you grows, absorbing one more chunk of yourself. You are falling. Anticipate the cocooned memories. Why bring back old painful memories? Better to leave them hidden in deep inside and forget about them, right? Or are you strong enough to confront them? Not enough willpower. Don't worry, these are not real memories, yet they're echoes of my past, but they are embodiment of my feelings. More like random neural activity in your brain. Best forget about them. I just know they are important. Could be, but are you strong enough to confront them? Apparently, we don't have any motivation, so no. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Your head is still spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrolled thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as a desert. Your legs are grateful for the time spent in bed, but it was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. Okay, get up and find some water. Well, the bathroom is definitely out of the question because the sink is icky, right? So let's just see if we can find like a water bottle. Maybe the vending machine has a water bottle, right? It's raining. Perfect. We could just open our mouth. Oh.
God damn it.
You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even though the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Come on, start, you piece of shit.
He yells at the car. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Phoenix. He seems to be in a hurry. This maniac is about to kill somebody. He's probably drunk. How is this maniac is about to kill somebody dramatic? That is not true. Most likely himself. Come to think of it, could it be that's exactly what he's trying to do? I'd rather not think about that right now. Right, let's find something to drink. The rain is the drink, my man. Go to the vending machine. Ah! That literally made me jump. Oh my, that's embarrassing. You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach, literally though. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest you've ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart, it's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use this unwanted excess of adrenaline for, so it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of the empty parking lot. What's this? It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. Water is your first desperate thought, but even if the hose was on, you know you wouldn't want to drink what would come out of it. No, let's just go to the vending machine. Watch, we're gonna be like, we don't have any money. The battered machine seems to be decades old, except for a newly installed, comically large reddish button. Press the couple of keys on the pad. Check the label on the reddish button. It reads, drinking water for the people of Rue Valley, free of charge, courtesy of Coral Destiny. Okay. With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits a bottle of water. Nice. The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand, and you can't wait to drain it of the precious fluid. How do we go to our backpack? Let me just click the backpack. Water bottle. Can we drink? Drink it. Yes. Your thirsty screams at you to gulp down the whole bottle right now, but there's no need to hurry. Take it one sip at a time. Ooh, wow. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Get away or hide? Hide? You can't hide from the whole sky on fire any better than you can from your own past. Anxious apprehension. At least I don't have to face it. Close your eyes. Wow, this is intense, man. Your eyelids connect and darkness greets you for a mere second, but as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. How do I stop, or how do I let go of it? Oof, both are rough. That's easy. Simply let go of yourself. What kind of answer is that?
I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you?
No, I was not expecting you. But the receptionist disappears and instead the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits in your closed eyes. I want this to stop. Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering. I have no choice.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I think we're in the next... Yes, okay. So far that is Rue Valley. It seems like it's gonna be quite, like, it has heavy topics like about anxiety, mental health, things like that. So it's gonna be very relatable to me in the way that a lot of thoughts, like the way that I was literally gonna say before I finished, but I didn't have a chance to say it, when we were doing like that little tree when we were sleeping and like going through the thoughts. That's literally how my mind works through when I sleep, and throughout the day I'm like thinking of the things that happened. And then like it branches off into things like, oh, I could have done, or I should have done, or I should have said, and things like that. So this game is going to be quite intense maybe for some people. I don't know if I'm going to do a full playthrough. I might, because I don't really know how long it is, but we will stop it here and we'll do the next episode, because I don't want it to be too super long, because it is mainly like talking. It's like mainly a talking game, so I don't want to get too much yapping. So I hope you enjoyed. So far I really like it. I will continue it. Whether or not I consider this a cozy game, it may not be cozy. It may not be cozy being the like topics of the game that it talks about, but the game itself is really nice so far. So I really like the art style. The voice acting is really great. So we will see. We will see what else this has in store. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Stay cozy, gamers.